Ghosh, did his bachelor's from St. Xavier's, uh, Kolkata, microbiology, bachelor's in microbiology, right, Abhishek? Then he went
Correct.
on to, do his he graduated from NCBS, National Center for Biological Sciences, where he looked at roles of, you know, uh, lipid metabolizing enzymes in growth and development. He not only did basic science, we also developed a lot of reagents, mass spec based methods to measure lipids, which are not highly enriched and very difficult to study. So I would encourage you to go back and look at his papers and some really good book chapters as well. So you will get a mix of how basic science can be blended with very cool technology and tool development. And I think currently he is doing even interesting stuff which is more directly translationally relevant in the lab of Dr. Timothy La, where he looks at role of sphingosine receptors in the context of vascular development. So this will be very different than what you have been studying so far. I would ask all of you to keep an open mind and uh, ask questions. Okay, Abhishek is a very good mentor and a teacher, so he will be happy to answer them. Okay, so thank you, Abhishek, for talking to us today.
Wow, that's a very kind introduction. The best I've ever had, probably. But now let's begin by talking about the endothelium. So the life cycle of the vasculature involves mechanisms of vasculogenesis, angiogenesis, maintenance, and quiescence during the adulthood. And then there are distinct changes that occur during aging. And the vasculature is basically comprising of endothelial cells. So the vessel lining endothelial cells, they can exert responsive and relaying functions on the vessel walls, such as barrier maintenance, controlling of cell trafficking, and also serving as a permeability interface, regulating blood pressure and triggering coagulation. Beyond serving as a responsive interface, and largely it largely controls mechanotransduction mechanisms. Also is known to control organ and metabolic functions as a paracrine acting in a paracrine acting instructive manner. So as you can see, I mean, I threw in a bunch of words, but the main point or take home message from this is that, I mean, sure, it's like any other cell type goes through its life cycle of, from primitive cell form to differentiating to terminally differentiating into their specific functions. And these are sort of the different basic functions that it sort of maintains inside the body. But then it is also important to appreciate that it is not only just a physical barrier function, or let's say a signaling function of blood pressure control, or initiation of blood clotting, which is coagulation. It also acts as an organ per se. So that's the some upcoming research area that's coming up in endothelium research, or vascular biology research, that how endothelial cells are not mere, pipes running in our body, or conduits running in our body passing blood and lymph. It's more than that. How it is interacting with different cell types, how it is secreting different factors that can control various facets of life, like inflammation, uh, to even thinking in terms of developing memory, in terms of uh, cognitive learning in the brain. So changes in a particular phosphoinositide kinase that we were studying at the time. Uh, yeah, I mean that is about sort of largely about what I felt in terms of my journey so far. And if if you are thinking on terms of how to think about your career, I have a few things to say, but it it is not extensive, and it is not it doesn't have to be the same. But then I feel two things which have been important for me in retrospect, mostly because I don't think I think so much uh, like specifically, but I think one of the things is to identify the things that give you happiness. I mean, if you like to build tools or instruments, or if you're a task-oriented or explorative or curiosity-driven person, so you should sort of find out what is that one domain that you might fit in. You'd never know until you do it, so it's hard to say without doing it. But try to sort of simulate or understand what your inner callings are. Are you passionate about teaching? So that's something that you can think of. And one thing that has helped me in my career so far is to control your immediate environment. And this, in my life, has been the most important way to persevere and try to be better at what I am each day, every day. And that is to surround yourself with good, hardworking, and competitive people. And if you have that sort of people around you, you will inadvertently choose the right path. I mean, it has happened to me. I mean, I feel if you are that person, then you can help others. But yeah, I think I have always drawn inspiration from people.